Hi guys, this is Miss Hart-Townsley, and I just wanted to give you a quick tutorial over the unit moles. I've had a few emails asking about that, so let me pull up my boogie board here real quick. I'm going to do this in the context of the problems that you're going to be asked about. So I'm going to go big screen here. I'm actually going to go back to little screen and change the color because that's kind of overwhelming. Okay, so the first thing I want to look at is our problem. So I want to convert from atoms to mass. Okay, and the reason we deal with the term mole is this is going to be an amount of atoms. And what Avogadro states is that no matter which substance that we're talking about, we're going to have the same number of atoms in a mole of that substance. So his number is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms. And so regardless of which substance we're dealing with, we're going to be talking about this quantity. So if you want to think of mole, I think in your lesson it refers to a dozen. Everybody knows the word dozen equals 12. Well, in this case, mole equals the amount of atoms in a mole of a substance. Okay, so for example, our practice problems are going to look something like this. We're going to have a very large amount of atoms. So I'm going to pick a practice problem that you saw. So 6.98 times 10 to the 24th atoms. And this substance is going to be magnesium. Okay, and it asks you how much does that mole weigh, or how much does this substance weigh? So I'm trying to go from atoms to mass. And we remember physical properties of matter, mass is going to be in grams. So when I'm doing these problems, I'm going to use the method dimensional analysis. And I'm going to start with what I'm given, which is 6.98 times 10 to the 24th atoms of magnesium. I'm going to convert that using the mole ratio. Okay, and I know that for every 1 mole of magnesium, I'm going to have 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms of magnesium. Right? Anytime you divide something by itself, so I'm looking at atoms of magnesium and atoms of magnesium, you can cross it out because it equals 1. And so now I'm in moles. Okay, because here's my unit right here, moles. Although I need to get to grams. And so I'm going to use my periodic table, and I suggest that each of you have a periodic table bookmarked or at least printed off so that you can look at it. And it looks like, according to the periodic table, that mercury weighs 24.305 grams. Okay, so when I look at the atomic mass on the periodic table, that is the unit, the molar mass for magnesium. All right, so I'm just going to multiply this entire quantity. And if I've got moles on top over here, I'm going to say that for every 1 mole of magnesium, I have 24.305 grams of magnesium. I can cross out moles, and now I'm in grams of magnesium, so I can do some quick computation. And 10 to the 24th divided by 10 to the 23rd, we can just subtract. So I've got 1, so I'm going to pull up my calculator here. I have to get out of this, I've got to get out of the big screen, so give me just, this will turn small real quick, but I got to get to my calculator. Okay, so I'm just going to do my math, which is, I'm going to take the whole number, 6.98, divided by 6.02. I'm going to go ahead and, whoa, nope, 6.02. If you guys have a calculator outside, and I can just see that I didn't even type that in there, so give me just a second to clear out here. 6.98 divided by 6.0. My trackpad's not cooperating here. Okay, and I'm going to equal that out, so I've got 1.159, and then I know that's going to be multiplied by 24.305, which is the mass of 1 mole. Make sure you're typing yours in correctly. Okay, and then so I get the whole number, 28.18 or 28.2, but if I recall, remember we did 10 times 10 to the 24th, divided by times 10 to the 23rd. And so I'm going to have to move that decimal point one place to the right. Okay, because we're going to be, it's going to give me 10 to the first. Okay, so I'm going to move that decimal point one place to the right, which gives me, and I'll go back to the big screen here, 282 grams of magnesium. Okay, so remember I went to the 24th minus 23 equals 1. So I had 28.18 times 10 to the first. In other words, move that decimal, 282. Okay, guys, I hope that helps a little bit. Just remember, our mole is the amount of atoms in any substance or any group or any unit of substance. And so we can do magnesium, we might do mercury, we might do iron or carbon or oxygen. And if you want some more practice problems, just email me and let me know. Thanks.